Aneira! Aneira! Her own name drifted through her sleep, though she couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from. Aneira! Aneira opened her eyes slowly from her restful slumber. The room was dim. Only the faint pulse of the jellyfish along the ceiling gave the walls shape. She could barely make out a small figure next to her bed. She rubbed her eyes with the back of her hand to see more clearly. Toru? He didn't answer. Toru dove into her bed and flipped the curtain of velvety sea moss over, pulled it back over his head, disappearing beneath it. Toru, she murmured, pushing herself upright. What's wrong? A muffled voice came from under the covers. I can hear something. Darling, she said softly, we can always hear something this far down. It's only the rocks shifting. A low, almost growl-like sound rolled through the house as if to answer. Aneira stilled. Maybe not, she whispered. I told you! Let me go get Isolde. She slid from the bed, lifting the moss covers. No! Don't leave me! Toru threw the covers down, eyes wide in fear. Hold on to my waist and come with me, okay? But what if it gets us? It won't, but if it makes its way inside, then we will be together. Toru found some comfort in her words and latched his small arms around her waist, his tail curling along hers. She felt him trembling as they made their way down the hallway to Isolde's room. Psst, Aneira whispered from Isolde's doorway. Isolde! Stillness. Isolde! Aneira hissed a little more loudly this time. Nothing. Aneira made her way into Isolde's room, with her little brother still shaking against her body. Aneira approached her older sister's bed, placing her hand gently on Isolde's shoulder. Isolde sprang upward, brandishing her hairbrush that she had yanked off her bedside table so quickly that Aneira had no time to process what was happening. Toru made a startled whimper and flew into Isolde's cupboard, slamming the door shut so hard that a cloud of silt burst upward. Aneira raised her hands in innocence. We come in peace? Isolde blinked, breath quick. Then, recognition softened her expression. Aneira? What are you doing in here? Aneira swam over to the cupboard where she found Toru with his head pressed to his tail, sitting in a fetal position at the bottom of the cupboard. Well, we were a little concerned by the strange growling noises coming from outside. Aneira knelt to face Toru. Isolde was just surprised to be woken up by us. You can come out now. Toru lifted his head, his eyes puffy and red as if he had been crying. Oh, come here, sweetie. Toru came out of the cupboard, holding Aneira's hand. Meridia drifted into the room. What is going on in here? She asked, voice thick with sleep. Isolde nearly assaulted us with a hairbrush, Aneira said. Meridia yawned. Well, you could use it. Aneira shot her a look. What is that supposed to mean? Your hair looks like a race nested in it. Toru giggled from beside Aneira. Aneira glared at Meridia. Then the growl again. Each of them looked at one another, frozen. Toru stopped smiling, gripping Aneira's hand tighter. Go look, Meridia muttered, nudging Aneira. Why don't you go look? Aneira shoved Meridia back. Enough, Isolde interjected. I will go take a look and see if I can see anything. No one argued. Well, okay then. Why don't you all just go wait together in the main room? Aneira, Meridia, and Toru made their way to the main room. The main room was littered with what they believed to be treasures, which is what their mother had called them. A grand chandelier, too big for the room itself, hung from the ceiling. Pieces of art from a sunken galleon covered the walls, with lost jewelry draped in between, their surfaces catching stray glints of bioluminescence. As they sat close together on the couch, Toru pressed himself into Aneira's side. She could feel his heart racing. He's scared, Aneira whispered to Meridia. I don't know what to do, Meridia stared blankly. Sing something for him. Meridia turned all shades of pink. I can't sing. Besides, what would I even sing? Just sing him Low Tide, and yes, you can sing, and you know it. Do it for Toru. It's just us, no strangers. Meridia moved to sit on the other side of Toru. She inhaled, her breath slow and smooth, then leaned down and sang quietly to Toru. "Oh, my darling, soft of fin, lay your head where currents bend. The reef will hold, the dark won't bite. I'm here until the turning tide." Aneira had always been in awe of her sister's singing voice, the way she could hold a note, and the heights her voice could reach while still being balanced. Another growl came from outside. Toru turned his head towards the noise. "Just focus on Meridia, darling." Toru turned back to Meridia, and she continued singing the lullaby. Isolde returned to the main room. I couldn't see anything, even with all of the anglerfish swimming around. "Let's all just stay together for the night." Toru brightened immediately, fear dissolving as quickly as it had formed. "Can we make spicy crab since we're awake?" Meridia laughed softly. "Any excuse to eat." "Yes!" Toru declared, already wriggling free and darting toward the kitchen. Aneira could hear bowls clattering in excitement, and she smiled to herself.